Hey, good morning everyone. I'm out here in Burlington, Ontario at Slack Reel Service. They are a reel sharpening company servicing the golf course industry, and I'm going to get my reel sharpened on my Owlet Liberty 43. We're going to go inside, meet Tyce, the owner. It's his family's business, and take a look at what's involved in getting a reel sharpened. All right, this is Tyce. This is his family's business.
Yeah, our business in the golf course industry. We sharpen reel mowers, like greens reels, fairway, tee reels, gangs, anything you can think of reel-wise we sharpen. We also do parts and service, and then we also sell equipment, golf course equipment, golf carts, anything to do with golf course stuff.
So for homeowners like me who have reel mowers and they want to come get them sharpened, they just call and come drop them off. And
if you want a reel sharpened, just give us a call and we'll book you in, and you can come. If you're close by, you can drop it off. We'll do it for you. Call you when it's done.
Yeah.
If you're coming from a fair distance and you want to wait for it, we can set up a time. You come to our shop. We'll sharpen for you as you wait, and then we'll sharpen it and you take it back home with you.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. And what's a good time of year if they're looking to come? Maybe when you're not as crazy busy with the golf course stuff.
I'd say the fall. Yeah, the falls are a very slow time.
Okay.
And that's when we can get them done very quickly. But if you're in desperate need of one sharpened, call us, we'll get it done for you.
Yeah.
So,
okay, great. And how often were you saying golf courses are usually sharpening their reels?
Depends. You look at some private golf courses that are grinding their reels probably every week, 2 weeks. Regular golf courses, like golf course we're at here, they're a public course, and we'll probably sharpen the reels once a month, so every 4 weeks.
Right.
We'll sharpen their greens reels. So.
Right. And then a homeowner, they're probably once a year bringing
once
it in.
a year, I'd say is good, but depends on if you're top dressing and doing verticutting and all that other stuff, aerating, all that, because that will beat up your reel. That's going to dull your reel. That sand, that fat you're picking up, all that, that's going to go through your reel and dull it. Right. So if you're doing all that work, say you're going to do say you cut all year normally, and in the fall you're going to beat your green up. You're going to verticut it, sand, all that, cut all that crap out of there, and then in the winter bring your reel into us. We'll sharpen it. Then you got a fresh reel to start the season next year. Yeah. So
well, that's why I'm here today. But you're right. Sand leveling on home lawns is getting more popular.
Yeah.
And so I guess you're saying, like, if you're reel mowing shortly after sanding, you're potentially you could dull your reel a bit on that sand.
Yeah,
right?
we love sand. It makes us money because golfers top dress and they go out and cut, and we'll those are reels and off we go.
Yeah.
So,
and how many? This is your family's business. How many years have you guys been in business doing this?
So about 1989, my dad started the business. He was in the golf industry. He's 61. He's been in the golf industry since he was 15 years old.
Wow.
Started trying shoes at a golf course.
No way.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And then worked his way up from there.
Good for him. So what are you doing here?
So I'm setting the stone to the stone here to the blade, and basically make it even across. So when we start to grind, we're getting an even grind, smooth grind right across the blade.
You were talking about the importance of quality of cut before.
So quality of cut is basically how sharp your reel is.
Yeah.
You want to keep your reel sharp all year, because if your reel's dull, when it's cutting the grass, it's more ripping the grass off the blade of grass. You want to cut that blade of grass perfect, right?
Right.
Kind of like a pair of scissors. If you have a dull pair of scissors, it's going to rip the paper, not cut it properly. If they're sharp, they're going to cut through that paper no problem.
Right.
And you're not going to, they say, grass, it'll fray the grass versus cutting it perfectly.
Right.
So you'll get it's healthier for the grass blade when their reels are sharp.
Yep. Okay.
Give that a second. I'll come back to that. I'll put the bed knife in there.
That's good.
There we go.
So this unit, this is a dedicated bed knife grinder?
Yeah, dedicated bed knife grinder. Yeah.
So here, this is the stone?
Yes, this is stone. I'm setting up the stone to the bed knife, so it's perfectly straight across, and then I'm gonna make a couple passes, and that's what will give us our burr.
Okay.
I want to show you something on your knife here. You see how it's very shiny here? It goes darker like a wave, and then it's shiny again. That means your reel was not cutting proper in this spot.
Okay.
Right? It means basically your reel's too dull. And that's why you weren't getting a good cut in that. Because yeah, so basically you've cut so much sand and verticut it so much, you've dulled it up so bad that you're not going to get a good angle or a good cut with your reel to bed knife.
Right.
So, and that. So yeah, it's almost like your reel was rifled actually.
What does that mean?
So rifled is basically when you adjust your reel too tight.
Yep.
And when you're cutting, it actually heats the knife and the reel up so much. It's heating it, and it'll put a roll in the bed knife. So it's gonna be shiny here. You're gonna dark line here, shiny again, dark line here, and shiny again. And you're gonna see that in your cut when you're cutting, and that's from improper adjusting. You're adjusting too much to get cut paper. And if you're adjusting your reel so much you can't spin it or not easily, your reel's too dull. It needs to be sharpened at that point. So.
Right, I see. So because there has been times where I've in an effort to get it to cut paper, felt like I've had to tighten it.
Yeah.
But some areas along the length of the bed knife would cut.
Some wouldn't.
And some wouldn't.
That's what this is here. So I think maybe last year you rifled it, and that's why it's not cutting right.
I see.
Yeah.
So don't over tighten.
Exactly.
Get it sharpened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try to get it sharpened.
Right. Over tightening would be when it's just becoming hard to spin it.
Yeah, hard to spin it. And like here, like when we set it up, I'll adjust it, and then I'll show you what it should be, and then I'll tighten it up, and like if it's like this tight, that's not good.
Okay.
So we'll do that when we set up there on the bench.
Cool. How many passes does this usually take? It depends, or?
Depends on the dullness of the knife, but this one won't take many.
What are you feeling for there? Just the angle, or?
No, I'm feeling for a burr on the top here to know if it's sharp or not.
Okay.
That's what I'm feeling for. We're feeling for a burr on the top side to make sure it's sharp enough, basically. That's it.
I feel?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I feel that, yeah, for sure.
All right. Okay, I wanted to do a couple more passes on that one. A few more passes out here. with this, we're checking for the same thing. We're checking for burr on the bottom of the reel, the blade here, because this part is where it's going to make contact with our bed knife. So you want to feel a nice burr in the back of that for sharpness. Yeah, let's get her set up now. Have you got into talking about backlapping at all? You want to backlap this because you can sharpen it once a year, but it's going to stay sharp, but it's not going to be like a crisp cut all the time. After you cut a few times, it's going to wear out after cutting, you know, through grass and some verticutting sand or whatever. But if you backlap it, say if some people are probably cutting their lawn every 2 days, something like that. Yep. Every day, 2 days, 3 days. I'd be backlap it once a month, right? And backlapping that reel to keep that edge there, and then basically you're gonna get to the point where you can't backlap anymore. You just gotta be sharpened after that. So that's why you'll keep that crisp edge on that reel. After like what we put on here, you'll keep that there a lot longer if you backlap it, say every month or something.
Right. Yeah. Sharpen once a year and then backlap around once a month.
Once every 2 months, something like that. So,
right.
Yeah. Right now I'm adjusting the reel with the bed knife because I've had it completely apart, so everything's basically out of whack right now.
Right. Loosening it so it can spin more freely. Yeah. Look at that.
Ready to go.
That's what you want to see.
Yep. Love
it.
That's all there is to grinding.
So. That's great, man. Wow. When you're a pro like you.
Yep. We've done enough over the years. So.
Yeah.
But yeah. So basically, we call that very light contact with the reel to bed knife. And that's basically what you want to hear to get a nice cut to that reel. If you're, basically if I give this, say, 2 clicks each side.
Tighter.
Yes, sorry, tighter. My bad. If your reel's doing that, it needs sharpened at that point.
Right.
So that's too tight. Your reel should not be that tight to cut.
Okay.
Messed up my adjustment now. There you go. Ready to go?
Amazing. Thank you, sir.
No problem.
Great.
Yeah.